I tried to figure out where I was going to go, what direction I was going to take when it came to this topic. Because unfortunately, I have a lot of material. I've been surrounded by disease all my life, as young as it has been so far. My mother got sick when I was very young, 5. My sisters and I were healthy growing up, which did not realize how thankful we were for that until later. And recently, very recently, I have lost, since July actually, just this past July, I've lost 2 of my very best friends to muscular dystrophy, and my father-in-law to colon cancer. So, and that's not even my story, that's not even the beginning of mine. So I kind of had a very interesting introduction to the concept of disease and how it can impact not just one person's life, the person who's sick, but everybody else around you, around them. Mine started very randomly. I was sitting in my political theories class. I was just started my senior year at Roosevelt University, and it was 11:46 a.m. And out of nowhere, how best to describe it? If you've ever had a sinus infection and you have a sinus headache where it feels like your head's about to explode from the inside out, that's what happened, just out of nowhere. And at first I didn't think too much about it, but as I went on throughout my day, it got worse. And it started traveling down into my neck and into my shoulders. That happened on a Wednesday. I was in my doctor's office by Friday, then I was in the emergency room by Sunday. Could have been way worse, because they were fearful of aneurysms and stroke and whatnot. So had a horrific experience with a botched spinal tap, which the following day put me in the hospital for 5 days straight. And from that point on, it was a very quick downhill slide. I went from being completely healthy with the exception of allergies and some sinus issues to being in a doctor's office probably more times than most people have in an entire lifetime in just 5 years. And so largely, and it continued, the problems themselves also continued to evolve. It went from just this head pressure sensation that would not go away, still won't go away, to head pain, to arthritis problems, to muscle spasms. I couldn't type because my fingers hurt so bad. The joints couldn't stand in one place for longer than 5 minutes because my feet would kill me. It was just so many things so quickly, and after spending so many years, so much time, so much effort, I've come to realize a few things. I always saw disease from somebody else's point of view. I always saw it from the person, me being the person taking care of the person who's sick. And I went from the outside to the person having to accept very real realities. And those very real realities were that that I'm so young, and it's actually really difficult sometimes to accept the fact so young that your life changes so quickly. And in such a literal instant for me. And having to accept the fact that I was in the very end of finishing, almost finishing school. And I had every single idea of where I wanted my life to go, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, like I knew all of it. And the personal change that you have to accept within yourself, that's not going to be that way anymore. That you have to understand and accept your limitations, and understand and accept the help from people around you, even if you feel like, even if you feel like you're burdening them, and that you can't control everything, and that God and the universe and everything that is going to happen is meant to happen, whether you like it or not, and that the more you fight something, the more difficult it is to move forward with it. Like, this is something that's always going to be a part of me. It's always going to be a part of, my family's life, my husband's life. Because when you were speaking about your vows, I got married in October, and he knew me for a long time before I was with him, a long time before I was sick, and I've been with him a long time after. And so accepting that part, that your family is willing to accept you and accept the burden. So it's a lot, and dealing with it at a young age is a lot too. But I've come to accept that this is just my role and what I have to do in my life. And that this disease is a part of me the same way that it's a part of my friends, and it's a part of my family. And it's going to be as constant to me when I look in the mirror every single day as my blue eyes. And that's just a fact. So that's really kind of it. Just accepting what God gives you, and trying to be the best version of your new self that you can possibly be.